Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another unboxing video for you. This is one that I'm very excited about, and I will say, yeah, this one's just for me. I'm gonna review it, and I know some of you guys will watch the review. I'd said before, I kind of made a thing about I'm not going to review, knives that are super hard to get anymore, and this is one that is a little hard to get, but with an exception. There are available for pre-order on Blade HQ some variations of this knife. So if you want to go check out there, you may be able to still get your hands on one. Not all the versions are available. There are lots of different color combos and stuff available, but this is mine. I've been chasing a knife from this designer and manufacturer for a long time. Brian Nadeau, you guys, I put it in the title probably. It's not a really big surprise what this is. Brian Nadeau has made some amazing knives I've gotten a chance to get my hands on. Especially now in these RIA overseas made ones I've really wanted. The prices are a bit more in my range. The Typhoon Evo was a bit too big for me, and the Micro Typhoon, and also I missed the boat on getting one completely anyway. And the Micro Typhoon was just a bit too small for me. This looks just about perfect, and it's a slightly different design than the Typhoon designs, quite a bit different design than the Typhoon designs, and I'm very excited for it. So let's get her open here. I'm going to use a CRKT Thero in my pocket today because I am reviewing it for you guys, and I want to get that done. So I'm not the world's nicest unboxer, but that's fine. Put the knife down so I don't hack myself. Oh, good, peanuts. I always like having more of those. That was sarcasm. All right, bump the camera a little bit there. Oh, it's not in the usual little Brian Nadeau plastic box. This is, just make sure I have the right side up. That'd be good, eh? Sharp by Design. This is the Void. Still a very nice box. I wasn't trying to crap on the box. He just usually sends me these little plastic things, but usually I'm getting prototypes. Maybe it's just for that. Oh, yes, the Void. Ordered mine in the gray with the carbon fiber. The other most common version is probably the plain titanium that also has another little, cutout in the. We're just gonna leave it up there. Little cutout in the handles, which looks very nice. And then there's bronze, black. I know some of the versions are delayed a little bit. There's a Knife Nuts podcast exclusive one, which, by the way, not listening to the Knife Nuts podcast, what are you doing with your life? It's very good, and Brian is one of the regular contributors to that. So, ooh, pocket clip is a bit shinier than I expected. I kind of like it though. Kind of matches with the blade a little bit. Oh, the finish on it is perfect. This is made by RIA, so as you'd expect, yeah, you can't even feel the seams on those carbon inlays. Awesome. Now, first flip. Should I Spidey flick the first one or use the flipper tab for the first one? We're going to Spidey flick it. That was satisfying. That was very satisfying. Dude, guys, this is right out of the box. You saw me cut it out of the box. Flipper tab works fine too. A little bit smaller flipper tab than you usually see on Brian Nadeau's designs. Still has his signature kind of, kick to it, but much shorter. I like that. Oh, the ergonomics on are so good. This is awesome. It fits my hand perfectly with no extra. It's kind of like how I like a normal EDC knife to fit. Awesome choil on this. It is M390. Very little markings on it. Just Brian's little maker's mark there. That's it. I love that pocket clip. Is gorgeous. I didn't do the hidden screw on this one, like he has in some past ones, but that's fine. I don't mind one single screw sticking out. It is right hand only, sorry, but it would kind of mess this up aesthetically, I think, to have it ambidextrous. Not an integral. There is a seam there that comes together, but yeah, if you can feel it, you have more sensitive fingers than I do. Very good. What makes the deployment on his designs a bit more unique, and I don't know if you can see it in here. Do I have my flashlight here? Yeah, let's try, but it's probably not going to work. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it. Yeah, instead of a detent ball, there's that little detent nub. So it does give his knives kind of a unique action. which I really, really like. Oh, that's so good. Right out of the box. You guys have seen me fail at Spidey flicking on camera many, many times. Yeah, I can even thumb flick it, and I suck at that. I don't think my thumb just doesn't have that range of motion. But even I can do it. Even a boy can do it. Yeah. Not any milling inside, but it's milled on the outside, you know, for the with the carbon fiber inlays. Oh, this is really pretty. Let's do some really quick stats. Do I have my stuff around me? Yes, I do. I honestly, I just ordered this thing because I just love the look of it. I knew the rough size of it, and it was a 3 1/4 inch blade. But other than that, you know, I didn't know much about it. So I just loved the look of it, and I knew it was one of his designs, and I figured it was time for me to get off the pot and get one. So yeah, overall length, yep, I'd say it's about 3 1/4. And for the blade, overall length, I would say it's about 6 1/2. Am I counting that right? I need my little, sorry, 7 1/2 inches. 7 1/2. Good thing I checked down there. And let's check the weight. Doesn't look like it's going to be too much. It doesn't feel like it's going to be too much. Come on. 3.46 ounces, not too bad. A bit over that ounce an inch, but you'd kind of expect that because it's titanium. And let's do get the old calipers out. Zero this sucker out. Handle thickness. This is a really complicated handle. So, well, I guess it's not that. I think the thickest part's still, from back here, it looks like the thickest part's way back here, but I think it's more like right at the pocket clip. So let's get as close to that as we can. I measure in 0.54. Sounds about right. It's about what it feels like. Then again, because when I zeroed it, it was off. 0.53. So yeah. Let's do the blade stock. Calipers are not cooperating today. Blade stock thickness 0.16 or 0.15. Yeah, 5.5. 0.15.5, I'd say. Thickness behind the edge. Why do I always forget to have my reading glasses with me when I do this? Is that close enough? I'm sorry, guys. I got to pull it back here a little bit off camera. About 20 thousandths behind the edge. It does feel razor sharp, though. Let me grab some paper here. That's your normal printer paper. Yeah, zero to complain about there. Wow. That's sharp. I love the shape of this blade. It is all belly, which isn't always my thing, but I just love the way it looks. Sharpening choil is just about perfect. I love this little swedge up here near the tip. It looks like it could still be a really excellent piercer, even though it's just mostly all belly. But I think my favorite thing is just the feel of it in the hand. It's just great. I love that the jimping goes far enough up on the blade. It's just the right size. I can barely feel the ramp of the pocket clip, but it's nothing I would ever remotely complain about. Price on these, by the way, if I didn't say that up front, they're not horrible. They're like $350. So not inexpensive, but not crazy for a Riot belt knife, especially one designed by, Sharp by Design. That's not bad at all. I will say this, yeah, so this knife is kind of a grail for me. That's why it says that in the title, just because it's not the most expensive knife I've ever owned. Not the most expensive knife I own currently, but they're hard to get. Once they're gone, they're gone. He just does one run of everything and they're gone. And I finally got one, and no, I'm not going to be letting this go anytime soon. So it's just, this one's for me, guys. I really do love this a lot. A lot of these knives I do buy for the channel, but not this one. Detent's a bit stiff when you're using the flipper tab, but feels perfect when you don't hit your hand. Feels perfect when you're Spidey flicking it, which is the opposite of usual. Normally, if you have a knife that Spidey flicks really well, the detent feels kind of weak on the flipper, but this is the opposite of that. So that action is amazing. I'm not even just going to take it apart immediately like I usually do. It's that good. It's so good. Oh, I love this thing. Let's put it in my pocket where it's going to reside for the rest of the day. See how that is. Oh yeah, not bad. Slides in and out really well. I know that was all off camera, so we'll bring out, I wanted to see how it was on my actual jeans that I'm wearing, which are Levi's something or others. These are Dickies work pants. Much thicker denim that is not wanting to cooperate. Not going in so good on the thicker denim. There we go. Yeah, not going in so great on this really thick denim. I think I'm actually going to retire these pants because that denim is thicker than most people are actually wearing. But on my normal, these are just Levi's, yeah, 501s, and they slide in and out. It slides in and out really well. But we'll put it back in here. Just to, yeah, that ramp is not enough for this really thick denim, which is unfair. But I do want to show, like, in the pocket, when you reach in, yeah, I can feel the flipper tab a little bit, but it's by no means egregious. A lot better than the, Typhoons were. And as you can see, not taking up too much room in the pocket at all. Weight's good. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. I really like this. I hope that Brian doesn't take this as an insult. It isn't. It's a compliment. And this does not look a whole lot like this knife that I'm going to mention now. But it does kind of in some ways remind me of like a poor man's Arius. And I've always wanted a Koenig Arius, and I can never afford one. And just the flickability, the spidey flickability of it reminds me of the Arius. The overall shape doesn't really a whole lot, but just that spidey flickability and all that stuff, the multiple openings and all that kind of remind me of that. But really, really loving this thing. Very happy with my purchase. I don't know if I'm probably gonna do a full review on it, but it'll probably be more like a long-term update. It'll probably be in a while, because yeah, there are still a few available for pre-order on Blade HQ, but other than that, they're gonna be gone pretty quick. And once they're gone, they're gone. And if the others have been any indication, who knows what the secondary market's gonna be. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm gonna enjoy this for the rest of the day. I've been Brian. Have a good one.